Greetings everyone, please give a moment to make sure everything is going. Twitter is going. YouTube thumbnails up to date. Twitch appears to be not. Twitch, what are you doing? There it goes. Yeah, Twitch is going now. Yep. Looks like everything's working fine in my other screen. Rumble is going good. Let's see. Oh, I just realized something. My hard drive is nearly full. Let me go and clean that up. Let's see. I have about 20 videos there already uploaded to YouTube. It's actually close to like 24, 25. Okay, it says 23 items too big recycling bin. Perm delete them. Yes. Went from 40 gigs of spare data up to 300. Minimize that. Here, yep, that's good. That once again, since Alt Tab brought it back up. And let me double check my other computers so the stream's over there. And it looks like everything's going good. I don't have a whole lot of replays at the moment with the new patch. I do perhaps have enough for today, maybe not enough for tomorrow, so I may need to go through all the tournament replays. I'll talk about that a little bit more later. Either way, let's get started. Let's see how... See, that's a good raid. Perfect. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the right side as the red Incan, we have Bayamon. Probably butchered that name. Spawn on top left side as the blue Ottomans, we have Navarro. Loss going on up, so is a house. We do got, of course, a bit of drama from this llama. War chief named Kronk. Hope we can pull the lever. The right lever, not that one. When it comes to natives on this map, we do have the Cree settlement, which do give you access to the Cree tracker and the Cree Corps de Bois, as well as the Cheyennes, which give you access to Cheyenne Rider, a melee horseman good against other cavalry. Concha House first going on up, which does provide him a bit of food collection. Let's see if we got any decks selected. We actually do have a deck selected for the Incan, which is Nat. I'm assuming it means natives, villagers, Sapa Inca, American allies. Hey, a CK system? Combos generate a trickle experience. Huh, I wonder how that is. I haven't seen anybody get that card. Granted, do you have to invest one shipment to get out experience? In the long run, that should be very useful. Not sure how it does in the short run. Villagers, Infinite Wood, Chinyu Runners, Jungle Bowmen, Kire, Ranged Infantry Hit Points, Native Treaties, Native Warrior Combat, War Hut Travis, Chica Bruin, Villagers, Priestess, Maceman, Melee Infantry Combat, Jungle Bowmen, Hurricos, Lupi Allies, Machu Pikachu, Couriers, Mayan Allies, which is Infinite, that's on the champion, that's same, and Tupac Rebellion. All units train units pick up European weaponry. Villagers become revolutionaries, Plume Spearmen becomes guard musketeers, Veg Dragoons, Guard Hussars, Guard Skirmishers, Guard Grenadiers. Mason become Guard Soldados, the Mexican Musketeer. And sets to Veteran Guard status to all of them. Does cost 1500, 1500, 1500. 2P Blackwood Archers do get set to Veteran, while the Mayan allies do set to Champion or Guard. Same difference. He is going with American allies, which give him access to pick one ally. The Carib, Muchi allies, or Zapak allies. I think Carib is anti-infantry. Don't know, maybe anti-heavy. I can't remember exactly for sure. They're definitely not good against Cav. Chupi allies, can't remember what they are. Zaptok allies can give you some Jaguar Prowler Knight variants, so that could be good versus the Ottomans, who tend to go more heavy into Janissaries. Now he's aging up with the War Chief. The War Chief is eyeing for the War Chief. His opponent is going for the Quartermaster and bringing capitalism now. Rushado. So we've got some Rush deck. We got Villagers, Coin Trickle, Villagers. Food, wood, coin, Azaps, Janissaries, Delis, Infinite Fanar allies, which are Greek skirmishers with high hit points, particularly effective against infantry. Sounds like a bit more of a counter unit. Wood, coin, Nazim Fusiliers, Infinites 3 Sipahi and 5 Sipahi, Cavalry Archers, Abbas Guns, Falconets, higher Manchurian Cavalry Archers, high Egyptian Mamelukes, great Bombards, they're very good, and Factory. Oh, wait, that's a native embassy right there. Okay, that is the native embassy got from the American allies. What is he eyeing? Natives don't require population housing, but they tend to cost quite a bit of food and wood. They tend to be they're not exactly individually good. The main benefit is they don't consume population spacing. Got now a war hut there being built by a villager. We see more villagers being brought in. We could see additional war hut Travises being blown in the field. And that can give you quite a bit of a forward base. When I play Aztecs, I actually do love this card. I go for the age up that gives me a war hut Travis. And then I use that war hut Travis to pull out 2 more proxy war hut Travises. So not only my war huts are 10% stronger, they also have 50% more health, and having 3 next to each other is very difficult in Age 2 to clean up in the colonial age. He's trying to play out the bandit rifleman there, stealing his food that he's going to save for the winter. We do have, let's see, he has gone for Zapak allies, which means he does have a good number of the Zapak Lightning Warriors, which they are a Jaguar Prowler Knight variant. Huh, did the recent balance patch change these guys? I thought they had the same, like, ×3 versus heavy, like, Jaguar Prowler Knights. Maybe it got slightly changed. Their hand attack is not too particularly good, but they just rely more on the multipliers. They're basically good against everything that's not archers or skirmishers, pretty much. After all, they get bonus answers all cavalry, all shock, and heavy infantry. That's almost everything, just everything but light, pretty much. And other weird typings here and there. Got Delhi Horsemen now being put on the field, trying to raid his opponent. These guys are, of course, classified as heavy, so they're particularly weak versus skirmishers and crossbows, which Janissaries, the Ottomans can't get out crossbows or light archer unit. They can get Nazim Fusiliers, which I think that may be a Castle Age or Fortress Age only unit. We do have these forces up before. I was not paying attention. The Lightning Warriors do have 26 siege damage, which is not bad for 100 resources. Not as good as Pikemen, but it's decent. Going straight for the town center. He also has some Cheyenne riders here on the field. He must have gone for his shipment, yeah, shipment native warriors. He also still has some large number of the forces. Does have some pre-trackers, jungle bowmen. Went for triple ally investment. Delis are falling back. They have to respond to this. The lightning warrior is going to be very effective versus them. Now there's around a militia, try and bring his attack. Everything else should be focused on the militia. The lightning warriors need to focus on the delis. Though the delis are not engaging, then everything focus on the militia. Oh, the bandit gunslinger actually has decent siege damage himself. Starting to engage now. Lightning warriors are now able to connect onto the delis. And all those forces do get wiped on out. And I think Blue's going to be knocked out of the game. Blue does have his village sites going. He went fast castle. Oof. Now he's trying to bring in some more delis in the shipment. The marksman. That may get him a round of infantry. Obusguns. That is, of course, a light infantry unit. But he does have a number of Chimi runners on the field, which are shock infantry. And they will connect those Obusguns. Everything else will be engaging. Counter will go down. And that's probably going to be game. And the Ottoman says his deck was named like Rush. Maybe he rushed Fortress Age, I guess. Either way, this is Angrade saying thank you for watching. And on to the next replay. Relatively short replay, but it was a pretty good native rush, honestly. Was the replay particularly like a close game? Far from it. Either way, let's get started. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 3 replays. Well, on top right side as Red Husua, we have King of Osaiman Wani. I have no idea how to pronounce that. As well on bottom left side as the Green Indians, we are Robin 777298. Looks like the bears do get taken down by the elephants. Literally, it's the elephants that are doing all the work and fighting, not the holy men Brahmins, who are probably pacifists in real life, honestly. Oh, there's actually a salt mine up here. I noticed there's a couple salt mines on this map. Salt mines we have 10,000 coin to obtain. Looks like some of the tigers are starting to get stomped. After all, elephants and tigers are natural born enemies, I think. All that I remember is in Zoo Tycoon, if you mix elephants and tigers together, the elephants will win. Don't know if anybody else knows what I'm talking about. Am I too old to mention Zoo Tycoon? Because that's like a late 90s game. Early 2000s. And then again, this is Age of Empires 3, which is roughly the same time frame. So maybe not. Either way, do we see a deck on the field? We do have a deck on the field. Favorable, comma, monk attack and hit points increase. Allow Indian monks to train tigers. +1 villager. Monks get +6 hit points, give them +6 damage. Their damage output's pretty bad, so. And also name him Get Axe Hilt the Tame Tiger. Why don't they just name him Tom? Tom the Tiger. Can't be Tony. It has to be referenced to Tom and Jerry instead. Either way, let's cover the other cards I probably should mention. Wood Coin, Dravinian Martial Arts, Sepoys, Sours, Camel Attack, Desert Terrors, Diplomatic Intrigue, more Wood, Spice Trade, Wood, Romi Swordsman, Gurkhas, Sours, British East India Company, Zambruks, or Buraks, Siege Elephants, Malhout Lancers, Sour Regiment, and Siege Elephants. There's opponent. Hasn't started aging up just yet. You got Villagers, Pukali Code, Wood Coin Influence. Fulani Archers do go Fulani archers, raiders, and cavalry damage, and cavalry hit points. Palace of Mina, Giroth's Berber allies, Awani. I noticed the recent patch did change up a large amount of portraits, so now like that's a new portrait I haven't seen before. Influence, infinite cattle and livestock builder, Javelin riders, Fulani archers, Livid knights, photo tactics, counter cavalry tactics, Fulani archer combat, feudal armies. All units train faster. Oh, they're just straight up. That's it. That doesn't seem like an H3 card to me. Like riding school and military school, or of course the H2 cards only affect certain units. The multipliers are higher if I remember correctly. Infinite tokens of influence, Livid knights, and Ola nut cultivation. Fields gathering also provide a fraction of income as wood. Bad. You now have a university going up. He was building up quite a bit of wood there. He's starting to age up now. He was getting that wood for the university. We do have this Songhai, which will give him out a big button for raiders. And opponent is going with the Augury Fort. The Augury Fort's being plotted there. Oh, we also got a dock here. And so let's take a look how much fish are on CSC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Each fish deposit provides 500. So there is what? 2400, 5. So close to 6,000 food? No. My math is not good. 12,000 food. My math is probably not correct. Like 2 zeros, put into 2400, times up by 5. Yeah, it's 12,000. So 12,000 food is at sea, so that is a good pile of food. Some fishing boats now being deployed on out. We do now have a castle now being deployed on field, probably from the Palace of Mina. Yes, correctly. Each fishing boat does provide, looks like, like 2/3 of food per second, and it's 12,000 food out at sea, so that's roughly 18,000 seconds worth of food for one fishing boat. Now with this 2, that's about 9,000 seconds of food out at sea. Let's just put it this way: there's plenty of food for now. Fishing boats are semi-wood, so they're cheaper than a villager, but wood does get collected up slowly, so that's roughly equal in cost to collecting up food for a villager and wild hunts. We do have a decent number of Javelin riders. Which empire plays this time? We do have the Indians and the Hosua. Javelin riders and raiders not being deployed. We've got light and heavy cav here. We've got a good number of sepoys, which will generally be good in this situation. Actually, sepoys will be very good. Javelin riders are more of a counter unit against heavy cav, which he does not have. Well, I suppose technically the Brahmin are classified as heavy cav, and the raiders will not like to go in melee against sepoys. So the sepoys need to start getting over here. I'm not sure why he's keeping their distance at the moment. Does avoid the fighter. Does take out the war chief or the emir. Does take some damage there. He's starting to fall back now. Sepoys push way forward. Raiders try to hit the villagers. They were not successful. Javelins are falling back. Javelin riders haven't really gotten many throws there. They've been taking a lot of attrition damage there from the town center. Looks like the Super players going for more Fulani archers engaged as well as sepoys, bringing Shima Fulani archers as well. The Indian player selling quite a bit of coin there. I wonder, he's going for some Gurkhas now. Not gone for H2 just yet. Gurkhas who are light infantry should be effective versus the Javelin Riders, but they will be equally effective versus the Fulani Archers. Can't really compare the stats on the top of my head. Fulani Archers do cost 105. They do have only 9 damage, but usually twice the attack speed, 1.5 attack speed, 17 range. Multipliers are higher than crossbows, lower than skirmishers. Gurkhas, in comparison, have 16 damage, regular attack speed, a little bit longer range, times 2. They do cost 120, so they cost a little bit more. Have 115 health, 30% range resist, 2% range resist, 120 health. So overall, looks like the Gurkhas have a lower DPS, more range, but more range resist, which will make them a bit more durable between the two. The Black Intrigue now being employed on the field. He does not have a patron just yet. Patron nation. Gurkhas do get a good volley there, voting some Fulani Archer Fire, keeping Sepoys in reserve. Gone for more Sepoys, and now just going for the Ottoman. As there's quite a bit of Fulani Archers here. Heavy Cav would generally be good, but this one does have a good number of Javelin Riders. Let's see, the Ottomans, you can pull out delis, right? Or is that in a different age? Is that in age 3 rather than age 2? Can't really say. Does have a good number of fishing boats out at sea. Now let's bring some Ottoman villagers and some Azaps. I wonder, does the Ottoman villagers have the Ottoman skin? Hopefully they do. Nope, those are definitely Indian villager skins. I really wish that would be the Ottoman villager skin, since he's bringing a shipment in from the Ottomans. By the way, he is going for some Azaps. Gurkhas has to be careful on the Javelin Riders. Do get a volley there. Javelin Rider, or Raiders, not Javelin Riders. Trying to push way forward. Does get the Azaps. Azaps, I believe, are light infantry. Other classified as heavy infantry. They do have good anti-cav damage, both in melee and light cav at range. They're a relatively unique unit. Does got some sentries. Sentries down. Got some irregulars now on the field as well. They're not going to last all too long. Got quite a bit of congested force there. Dagger 4 can get some decent AoE, but the damage output's not that great. Raiders are pushed way forward. He needs to make sure the Gurkhas are hitting, not the Raiders. All the Raiders now down. The Gurkhas will get some good damage onto those Javelin Riders. Dagger 4 now looking for more Sepoys. I'll fall back now. Good defense there by Green. Right now, the Indian player has 47 villagers versus opponents 31, so the Indian player is doing a good job in village production. Probably because he has also a good number of fishing boats here, so he does have great food income. Right now, he does have 11 fishing boats out at sea. It may be a good idea not to go for any more fishing boats, because he's going to be... While there's plenty of food here, plenty of fish out of sea, he can't eat that quite quickly. He's starting to clean up some of the fishing deposits. Long line should set him to 1 per second, right? Pretty close to it. So he basically has another, what, 1,000 seconds worth of food. Click on up. Which will last him a bit of time. It will be very useful, but not for infinity. His opponent's now aging up, going for the Hasua. The Hasua player is eyeing for the Hasua. Another round of Javelin Riders not being put on the field. He sees all the Sepoys and Gurkhas. Maybe not a good idea to go for them. Now he has the Age up available. Will Green's Eye for counterattack? The Brahmin are healing up these forces or healing up each other. More Sepoys now being employed on the field. Oh, he's also going for the Tower of Victory. Tower of Victory, which will give him 800 wood upon aging up and allows the use of inspiration ability to increase attack by attack hit points and speed of your land units. Red's now going for a dock there. It may be a good idea to go for some caravels. And the Indian player does have 2 shipments available. Arami swordsmen are pretty good. They are neither classified as heavy nor light infantry. Maybe siege elephants? We'll go for 15 Gurkhas, that wouldn't be half bad. Red does have the dock now floating field. Should I deploy out something? Whatever version, a war canoe I think is the version that he has that's instead of a caravel. Handful of Liffid Knights not being employed in the field. Got the delis now push way forward. Does fall back there. Only hit and run he can do. He does have the big button for the raiders. I just realized there's also the Sepoys pushing forward over here, gunning down some villagers. There are some Liffid Knights. Liffid Knights are a heavy cav. Don't offer any bonus damage. They suffer good bulk and mixed damage types. Does leave a Sepoy behind there. In comparison, regular Hussars do have 30 damage attacks. So I don't know the Liffid Knights. Sure, they have quite a little bit extra health and some extra resistances, but don't see them all too spectacular, honestly. We do now have a frigate now being pulled out by the Indian player. The Zulu player, while has gotten docked, has not gone for war canoe. Oh yeah, frigate's a big. I always forget this game does ships big. Liffid Knights or Elite Fulani Archers push way forward. There's some Gurkhas firing away. Sepoys push way forward with more Gurkhas in tow. Liffid Knight does go down. Right now, the Hasuba player has 89 population. The Indian player has 153. And it looks like red backs of the game now. This Angry is saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay. No final battle. Oh well. Way too sensitive. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on top right side as the Blue Dutch, we have Bluey Kazooie. Spawn on bottom left side as the Red French, we have Captain Mazin. No deck selected for either player just yet. When it comes to Nea's map, we do got the House of Witten, which can give you access to some Trabants, Saxon Crusaders, and also to an Age 2 fort. And over here, we do have the House of Wittelbach, which can give you access to Mountain Troopers, a Bavarian Skirmisher, and Chevauleger Light Cavalry. You can also get access to the Alpine Horns, spawns more mountain troops longer your wait, which I believe are actually technically different than these mountain troops, which they may take population, but don't count the population cap here. It's a native you may want to eye for sooner rather than later so you can get that building up. Going for a house here. Jonah van der Smut? That has to be a not randomly generated name. And Arno Dorian. That could be used custom name made as well. Looks like Red will put down the local dog and steal his Imperial Seals. You monster. And we do have deck selected now for the French. L'Attaque. I don't know how to pronounce foreign. We do got Couriers, Economic Theory, Couriers, Wood, Coin, Crossbows, Range Infantry hit points, Hussars, Hand Cavalry hit points, Wilderness Warfare, Edicts of Nanit, Wood Coin, Skirmishers, Cuirassiers, Cavalry Combat, Dragoons, Falconets, Refrigeration, Couriers, Heavy Cannon, Factory. Dutch will be Merchants, Bank of Amsterdam, Bank of Rotterdam, Town Militia, Dutch East India Company. Oh, looks like they changed this icon as well, I think. Looks a little bit different. Either way, it allows his envoys to reduce banks as well as make them cheaper and have... Oh, it looks like it was nerfed. Beforehand, it was like plus 100% hit points, now just plus 75. Still has over 6,000 hit points per bank. Woodwood Pikemen, Infantry Attack, Bank Wagon, Infinite Frontier Defense, Advanced Arsenal, Religious Freedom, Higher Irish Brigadiers, Wood, Halberdiers, Skirmishers, Infantry Combat, Hussars, Routier, Cavalry Combat, Advanced Frontier Defenses, Higher British Arquebusists, Higher Bosniaks, and Tulip Speculation. We do have an age up here, the Quartermaster. The French is also eyeing for the Governor. So the Dutch will be aging up first. Will we eye for some aggression or will we eye for banks? Good chance he's just going to eye for banks.
Klar.
One side gets an envoy, one side gets a scout. Envoys, of course, are not as good as scouts. Though I think that they may have better vision range, not exactly sure. We're going to line side benefit from villager upgrades. So, can you get a blunderbuss when if you're researching blunderbuss? Or are we still trying to punch people in the face? Looks like Blue will be putting down these independent men to steal their painting. They spent their life savings on that, buddy. You just stole it from them. Now that the age up there, immediately going for shipment of wood. So he's using his wood shipments for, well, wood. He also have 4 villagers from wood. Going for some banks here. Rotated. You monster. We do now have the bear going down. He'll be putting that bear to steal his window frame. He's going to hang that up, buddy. You monster. The bank is not normal directions, nor is the house. Heresy. They're crooked. And we do have an outpost wagon from the age up from the governor. He may just deploy this out next to his outpost, or he could be eyeing to pull it out right over here next to the gunmen, which are guarding a exhausted Perrier kitchen. And rather than trying to nurse up the health, you're just going straight up eat it if you capture it. The outpost does get pulled out there. Got a bank wagon being brought on in. Shipment of coin. So this will give him a good forward drop-off point, but he's not eyeing for any aggression at the moment. No stable on the field either. Pikeman going down, which is steal his ancient sculpture. Their bank wagon, and a Frenchman is eyeing for age 3. And he is eyeing for the Exile Prince. His opponent is still probably doing a bit of a bank boom. And he has 4 banks on the field. Now bringing his other stream of wood. The French player aging up this quickly, and his opponent's not aging up all too quickly as well. He doesn't have the Dutch East India Company, so he's not getting discounts on his banks either. The French could try to pull out some cannon and try to push his opponent out of the game. The Dutch player will have a bit of trouble fighting against cannon. Being age 2, Hussar is the only thing he can really use against them, but that can be easily countered by a handful of pikemen. Can Dutch even get pikemen? I always forget who gets can actually build pikemen and has to go for halberdiers. Now I'm just second guessing myself unnecessarily. The envoy does get gunned down.
Commando?
And oh, young guard. He already has the church improvements. He should eye for the falconets, but now we got the young guard now being employed out by the proxy outpost. That's what he's eyeing. Which 4 at this moment in time is not that great, but they do have good siege damage at the moment. We've got more couriers and hunting doggos. Lacking other resources. He doesn't have any idle villages at the moment. Of course, that's sort of more or less a fast fortress. He's not building any more villages as well, so I'm not sure what the church improvements even cost. If they cost food, maybe we can get another round of young guard. Isn't it like a young guard, middle guard, old guard? I forget. They can start sieging down the banks. Mountain centers do less damage versus siege units, 50% less. So, and the young guard are classified that, and plus have 50% range resist, so it'll take very little damage to say the least. We've got a round of skirmishers, which will do bonus heavy versus the young guard. They're classified as heavy infantry. Scout down, not big surprise. Oh, there is more young guard. Yeah, so he's getting some more villagers now. He doesn't have, plus the, this will also give him some much needed help from these banks. They're now receiving a bunch of grenades. Who would have thought grenades are very effective versus banks? I wonder if there's any real life, situations where some people throw grenades at banks. Probably. Villagers starting to get whittled down. We got some dragoons on the field, which help him engage the hussars that may pop on up. Hussar does go down there. Villagers are getting hit there. Looks like may go in the melee mode there. Throws grenades. Grenadiers do less damage versus villagers, 50% less. And now got a good number of skirmishers here. While they are considered heavy and they will receive double damage, they also have 50% range resist, so the damage should be relatively normal. Grenades getting some good hits there on those skirmishers. And those skirmishers got annihilated. He definitely need more skirmishers. Hussars can be good, but there's a large number of dragoons. There's more skirmishers, so that'd be good. Just have to make sure you micro them to keep them out of range. Back to another skirmish on the field, going for more skirmishers now. The Frenchman eyeing for his own skirmishers. Both players on age 3. Now got some cuirassiers on the field, should be very effective versus the skirmishers, but he does have some room here to engage the cuirassiers. The cuirassiers, or however you pronounce that. Some skirmishers being put out, going for more crossers. I think this would be a good idea to go with those falconets. 2 banks have gone down. More Dutch villagers are being built. You could try some natives. Let's see now. You can get out some Saxon cuirassiers. I don't know how they compare to the French variant. They cost wood rather than food, which actually, or gold, which can be a negative as well as a positive. Grenades now raining on in. Getting some damage there. Routier up 24. This skirmish will be very useful in them. Cuirassiers going to just try to engage in melee, even though they will take extra damage. They need to not hit the explorer and go straight for those skirmishers. Those getting hit there. More cuirassiers not being pulled on out. They will get some great AoE damage on those skirmishers. Grenadiers and skirmishers pushing forward. It's great damage as well. Got just a nice AoE army for the French, which can do some even damage versus the less units are supposed to be countering, so they're pretty stacked up. And it looks like all those Dutch units do get cleaned on up. He's going for more Routier and more skirmishers now. Got Parafalcon that's being caught up at the French. Doesn't have any Grenadiers remaining, just the 3. They do still have good siege damage. I suppose a little extra siege range. Huh. Apparently the Grenadiers do also have a bit of AoE from the melee. I wonder if they took some inspiration from the Devilman from Team Fortress 2. Smash people in the face with a grenade. We now got some veteran halberdiers pushing forward. With the boosting bonus damage from the skirmishers. And now got the Routiers trying to engage the Falconets. And maybe just want to go to melee mode. Routier not being picked on up. Skirmishers do get down. And Blue does back the game now. Is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Yep, running out of replays, and Neil's going to run out of replays real quick. Oh, got a 2v2 here. Oh, and that replay's just no good. There we go. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. On the bottom right side is the yellow America. We have Colonel Sanders. On the top left side as the blue Russians. We have white Falcon with a lowercase l. We do have a deck selected for the US player. We do got Infantry Hussar 1 out of 2T. See, I'm not sure 1-2/2 means. Definitely not age 1. If it is somehow getting infantry and hussars age 1, I'd be impressed. Either way, let's take a look at this deck. We do got capitalism, Dutch immigrants, Chinese immigrants, so going for a large amount of resource in the field. And immigrants do not require any sort of investment like the Dutch. Coin, regulars, state militia, long rifles, Springfield Armory, Hamilton Economics, Virginia General Assembly, Russian American Company, regulars, United States Army, State Militia, 54th Massachusetts Volunteers, Continental Rangers, Georgia Hussars, which is probably referencing the country Georgia, not the state Georgia, or the island Georgia. Patriotism, Refrigeration, Textile Mills, and Knox Artillery Train. There could be something involved in the state of Georgia, or colony this time. Probably state. The Russian player has not selected deck just yet. The general's name is Lincoln's Log. Really? And we got Vladimir Gvozdev. Yes, I know no Russian. Black bears are being put down. You're Russian. You kill bear? You're stealing our grapes, you monster. And no deck selected by the Russian just yet. We do have, I think, Chinese immigrants now has been deployed on out. Gotta make sure the trading post rickshaws have 20% siege resist for some odd reason. I'm pretty sure a cannon will still two-shot it. Oh, do they classify as infantry or not? Either way. And now we do have deck here. The beginner deck. Dueling School, Wood Trickle, Wood Coin, Streltsy, Cossacks, Boyars, Sevastopol. Skills adapted from the building the colossal Russian base in Sevastopol admits you to construct defenses of incredible speed. Reduces the build time of blockhouses, forts, walls, and town centers. Interesting. Fencing School, Riding School, Formaster Czar, Wood, Streltsy, Strelok Combat, Recruits, Entrepreneurs, Falconets, Fort, Scottish Highlanders, which are Musketeer variant, Strelet Horde, Toy Soldiers, Fort, Factory. He has not selected card just yet. It's generally a good idea to go with the Wood Trickle immediately. Or any sort of trickle. Speaking of which, we got the Gold Trickle. We do have Rhode Island being selected. Isn't Rhode Island more of a naval state? After all, I think the flag has an anchor on it. Wonder how Rhode Island's going to do. Guess we'll wait and see.
Yes. At attention.
Oh, we got 3 stray sheep. You can lead these sheeple to glory and not to the slaughter, right?
Yes.
The Russian player is going for the Philosopher Prince. Pretty late age up. He has 20 villagers now in the field. I have quite a bit of resources stored on up. The US player in comparison has 15. He immediately brings in the cordless steam engine. Grants early access to steam power. Trade routes may be upgraded or railroads for free at any age. For free, huh? Docks may construct steamers. Ironclads 1 age earlier, which is not going to be useful. So he can go for stagecoach into railroads. First, he needs to get research stagecoach, which does cost 200. Relatively affordable. And then you get trains immediately. He also has the Slater Textile Mill. Grants wood or food based on the number of settlers and fishing boats you currently have. Reduce the cost of newly trained ones. If you can see here, it does right now add him 450 food in return. He has 15 villagers, which I believe says land fish cost minus 30. So yeah, looks like you can go for that anytime. Doesn't necessarily make it super effective, but you will get a refund for that 30 food. Yep, that's going to buy 30 food per villager. But it doesn't matter if you go immediately go for it or go for it later, at the least.
Yes.
Stagecoach now being researched. We do have Dutch immigrants not being brought on in.
What is your command?
The Russian player is going straight for H3, so he has a plan in mind. Fast Fortress, 3 shipments available. I am not sure what he's eyeing. He's at pop cap. So he has a well-defined build. His opponent does have, of course, the more trading posts going on up. Does get out some state militia as well. Now he's going for the Tsar's reforms, so we're going to see some sort of church play. I don't know what the Russians get for their church upgrades. That's a market, not a church, so he still needs a church. Get some divine intervention. Yellow just has a small force on field, nothing too significant. Now do out the gang saw research. Almaton economic research has been brought on in. Since he doesn't have really anything on the field, maybe a good idea to go for a fort immediately, just for defensive reasons. Blockhouse being pulled on the field. Does get another house on the field. Various research now being pulled on the field. Does get his steam trains going on up. Waiting for that trading post. So you've got quite a bit of trade for the US player, that's for sure.
Orders.
And regulars, 2 state militia. We do got a round of Shrelets. Bring the 13 Streltsy there. I wonder, was that a... Where did those Shrelets come from? 17. One infantry does get gunned down. He's not paying close enough attention. He does get a shipment of 13 there. Not sure where the other 5 may have came from. Good damage there. Shrelets not being brought on back. They are a skirmisher variant. More closer to a crossbow. They do still have the ×2 damage versus heavy. But the damage and health is not great. And somehow they have 30% range armor. Now I've got the veteran Shrelets. Another shipment available. Streltsy also have really bad siege damage, 9. And there's another trading post. This player just bringing shipping a whole bunch of wood. We do not have the Springfield Armory being brought on in, very nice. We do not have the St. Spear Dragoon, so he does have a church on the field. It's not coming from the Streetlet shipment, so that one of the Streetlet shipments may have came from the church, not so sure. We got Counter Dragoon, which have 33 damage. Wait, Russians don't usually get access to Dragoons, don't they? Their damage output's still 13, which is not good. Taking a long time to torch down this trading post. Let's bring in a shipment of Orpichniks, which I believe are their raiding cavalry. They should have good siege damage, if I remember all the variations correctly. Does take out that one trading post, and now there's also a steam engines there, so now he can get access to steam engines. Now, yep, Orpichniks do have 64 siege damage times 3 damage versus villagers. Yeah, they are raiding cavalry, which is actually relatively unique in this game. Most civilizations don't have access to raiding cav, really of any sort. A couple of them do have access to upgrade and improve their damage against villagers, such as the Aztecs and the Chinese. More Orpichniks. Getting some good damage there, but got some Hussars. They do have 20 damage, which is not good versus most targets, such as cavalry. They're taking quite a bit of damage there. They fall back. These guys get on a wild goose chase. They move at the same speed as Hussars. More research being brought on in. Counter Dragoons, they do have same bonus damage versus Heavy Cav. Oh, they actually get a bit of bonus damage versus Light Cavalry. That's not actually usually normal, isn't it? Trying to push my forward. They do offer good health for a Dragon variant at 300. Inspiring Flag now applying field. It will take a moment before it get applied. It is now applying. Charles C. Kowalski annihilated by the US Hussars. Now got another round of Orphan Nix. Let's need to start hitting the various infantry over here and not hit the Hussars. Hussars now down. Let's will have a bit of trouble for Salt this force, however. Gonna fall back to Counter Dragoons. Orphan Nix. We'll find some regulars there. The best 9-gauge regulars. Christensen going down. Got another trading post for Shaw. But his opponent's already playing both of these trading posts. But he's going to make short work of it. Other round, Schultze now being put on the field. And of course, the villagers. As the dragons do all go down, we got the Orphan Nix trying to torch down more of the trading posts. These guys actually a pretty good counter to the US current composition of mass trading posts. Fort now being put on the field. More regulars now being applied by the US player. So Schultze wouldn't be half bad. You know the definition of bad. If you type in for synonyms in Word, I would right clicking on Schultze. They are classified as bad and not good, but they are dirt cheap. I love this. +1 health. Where did they get that +1 health from? New Hampshire now being brought on in. More Schultze being put on the field. He realizes this one's going for a good number of regulars. He still needs a number of anti-Hussar units since Schultze are vulnerable. He is going for some recruits, which are a Musketeer variant. So I'm touching on this area. Schultze and Counter Dragoons both have bad siege damage. Now we've got a Cray Fortress here. Cray Post is something different. But Cray Post Malakov. Yes, butcher that much. Which also helped deny this gold deposit from being claimed by the US player. Recruits do have 120 health, 16 siege damage, so the siege damage is still not great. Their damage
What is your command?
is significantly weaker than regulars as well. They are cheap musketeers. Right now, the Russian player has 29 villagers. The US player has 29, so the Russian player is going to be pulling ahead relatively soon. It's got quite a bit of food and wood, sort of. No coin. We can get more Schultze. Schultze do cost wood and food. Oh, and now train post is never repaired up. Russian right now has 98 units versus the US player has 118, so he has a much larger force, which actually sort of is surprising.
Yes.
More Hussars, more state militia, and now it's going for the Georgia Hussars, reducing the food and coin costs of Hussars. Also something the veteran, not bad. Against opponents mostly Schultze army, going for more Hussars is definitely a good idea. The arms have already clash. Overall, looks like his players are getting great work done there. The Russian player was not really getting damaged there. Dragon's getting hit by the Hussars. Now veteran Hussars. Another inspiring flag pulled on out. This trading post is being blown by the Russian explorer. Counter Dragon's starting to get overran. Russian player is going for Strelok combat. The recruits need to get into melee mode to engage the Hussars. Shrillet's getting annihilated. There you go, the recruits have now entered melee mode. They're just way too much to actually force you to really engage. Going for more Streltsy. And recruits. We now do have the Westernization. Is that another church improvement? It is. I'm not sure what that's going to do. Chelsea there. Westernization? I think it got canceled, didn't it? Free kinship's not been researched. Looks like the US player is going for some native research. Free kinship. Reduces build time. Yeah, I'm not sure what that Westernization did. Blockhouse gonna go down, trying to go for another blockhouse. Militia now pulled in the field. I've got more Shrilets being brought on in, more Shrilets and Cossacks. Yeah, I don't think the Russian player is able to pull out this game. I think the biggest problem right now the Russian player had was the engagement where the Hussars were engaging the Shrilets, with the Counter Dragons engaging. I think the lack of micro on the Shrilets engaged not Hussars is what really caused the problem for him. Either way, this is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Yep, I have one more replay left tonight. Way too sensitive. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 or 3 replays. On the right side is the blue Chinese, we have Mick Cleaves. On the left side as the red Iroquois, we have Xeroxo. I have no idea. La Machetas, which should be like a Mexican sounding name, but it's not. And of course got Nikos. Either way. When it comes to Naeus' map, we do have the Akin, which can give you access to Akin and a Konoba. And the Yoruba, which can give you access to the Yoruba Euro Legionary and Yoruba Esso Rider. No deck selected by either player just yet. There's no livestock claim on this map, so villagers would just only have to provide population, though he does task the goat to fatten there. Not big surprise. Goomba trying to protect his horde of... Oh wait, Goomba. We've got the lion there. Simba. And I guess, quote-unquote, meerkats here. The written record of philosophy of problem-solving theory worth 100 experience. That's you're going to steal Hakuna Matata, you monsters. A hyena here with 2 goats, which can be fattened, so it's actually a pretty good idea for him to claim that, so he gets some goats back home. Looks like Red would be killing off this honey badger to steal his food of Kavasa. The hyenas will be punched. And hyenas do go down. Does get 2 goats there. He can toss them back to the same village and start getting fattened on up. Also got a den of mongoose with 20 coin. Oh look, more goats. Can't claim them though. Looks like he's heading up north, trying to claim this treasure, which has 2 lions protecting their coffee beans. And we do have the Russians not being allied with. We got a deck, 1v1 pressured. So it sounds like some sort of rush deck. Got the TX Sports, Northern Refugees, Woodcoin, Juco News, Mandarin Duck Squad, Playing Pikemen, Step Riders, Diplomatic Intrigue, Spice Traders, Fire 10 Rat and Shields, Western Refugees, Woodcoin, Arquebusters, Chengdo Swordsman, Territorial Army Combat, Repelling Volley, Step Rider, Double Face Armor, Hand Mortars, Gold Dynasty Reform, Manchu Combat, Infinite Flying Crows, Western Reforms. Iroquois going for the Chief, and we already have, unless we are getting the Summer Palace not being put on the field. Eco Rush, so it sounds like he's going for Eco, trying to rush Eco, not necessarily rushing his opponent. Villagers, Wood, all resources, and Archers, Tomahawks, Warrior Hut Attack, Conservative Tactics, Canyon Horsemen, Spice Trade, all resources, Forest Prowlers, Annas, Tomahawks, Musket Riders, Canyon Horsemen, Cavalry Damage, Mantlets, Agrarian Ways, Forest Prowlers, Tomahawks, Musket Riders, and Light Cannon. The War Chief is going for the War Chief, and she'll bring in some more villagers. Got a war hut being put out there by the Travis. The Sun Palace will give him a handful of military units to work with for free. It will take a bit of time, however. Summer Palace almost complete. Now it is complete. Which also provide a shipment of 400 food. Oh, he does find the Tomahawks. Looks like the Chinese explorer will be tomahawked, but we'll manage to escape on out of there. Right now, the Iroquois player is at pop cap. Does get another long hut, long house. And an archer's being put on the field. And archers are a pretty good archer, plus it only costs food, which actually makes them inherently cheaper. We do now have Chuko News and the Mandarin Duck Squad. Mandarin Duck Squad does give some Chuko News and a flamethrower. So the kitty cat's going on down. We'll steal their coffee beans. And we got good enough Chuko News here. Not the Mandarin Duck Squad, just Chuko News from probably a shipment of 8th here, yep. Starting to start a step away. Chuko News, of course, an archaic archer, doing good damage versus heavy. 5 times 3 times 2. Now there's Mandarin Duck Squad. The flamethrower is an anti-infantry artillery unit. It has 5 damage, 1 AoE, 10 range, 0.5 attack speed, and times 6 damage versus infantry, times 4 versus buildings, times 6 versus ships somehow, if you can somehow hit them, times 2 versus artillery, less damage for shock, and less damage versus cavalry. So the anti-cavalry damage is not that much. And the shock is actually a little bit more. Either way, we've got some Canyon Horsemen here. Got good Chuko News. Let's have a couple pikemen to work with. And maybe enough. Chuko News need to make sure they hit the not horsemen there. He does not get the flamethrower hit. He does save the flamethrower. The Kindred Horseman do bonus save for artillery, so him not getting taken out the flamethrower is actually pretty big. And now the flamethrower will do some great damage here. It's one of the few times you're going to see a flamethrower being useful. It's a pretty responsive artillery unit. Got some Mongol units here, the Steppe Rider and the Keshiks. Able to break on his way through, getting some good damage here. And get some good damage to avoid both the flamethrower and the horseman. And archers, of course, a light infantry unit, so they won't do good for Steppe Riders, even though they're dirt cheap variant. Dirt cheap heavy cavalry. They are still a heavy cavalry. Warhut now receiving some damage there. The flamethrower is doing some good work among everything else. Chukanos have horrendously bad siege damage. It says 3 siege damage, but I wonder if that's 3 times 3. Honestly, I have no idea though. I think so. Archers now engaged in the Chukanos there. The flamethrower does have 65% range resist. Does get some tomahawks. Juko flamethrowers push way forward. It will do great work versus all of these forces. And all those forces get annihilated. That flamethrower is still going strong and hot. Does fall back now. It's bringing a shipment of Steppe Riders and Quang Pikemen. Other research as well. His opponent is eyeing for more villages, eyeing perhaps for a fortress siege. May want to at least get out another war hut. 5 villagers on the tribal market. Villagers are a little bit exposed, but not going to get hit. This one does not have access to Mongolian Scourge, so won't be able to get bonus damage for his villagers with his cavalry, but 2 villagers were angered their way forward. Now got another round of Mongolian army playing field. We'll give him access to another round of Keshiks and Steppe Riders. And there's actually a good number of exposed villagers here. A very good number, 8. And that is nearly a third of his villagers right there. Now a third of his those villagers are going to be running away. Now he's going for Fortress Siege, going for the Messenger. The Messenger is defend. Message is defend. Villagers getting hit there. They're trying to punch the way out. Not going to be successful. Does save... Oh wait, I'm highlighting more villagers. Yep, got more villagers over here. They save 5 out of the 8. Going for some Annas now. Going for some Mantlets, maybe not half bad. Those are a siege unit, neither light nor heavy. Separators do not do bullet sand versus any sort of siege unit. So I think the shipment of Mantlets would probably be the best item at this moment. So they can go up and try dealing with that flamethrower. Now I got his forces pushed forward. Got a number of Quang Pikemen here for siege damage. 9 of them. Steppe Riders actually do have decent siege damage for 1 pop unit. Better than Musketeers, so Steppe Riders and Quang Pikemen will do just fine in siege damage. Tomahawks pushing their way forward. And now he's ending relations with the Russians. Going for some forest prowlers now. A skirmisher. And relations improvement complete. It's not the opposite of improvement if you're ending relationships. Only provides technically negatives. Blanket filters there. We do have... I don't think it's actually gotten anybody just yet. Yep, no flag there. Now I got more standard armies being blown field. Going for more Chukanos and Steppe Riders. Was it Steppe Rider or Steppe Raider? Rider. Another long hut goes down. His opponent's not a pop cat at the moment. 48 versus 91. While the Chinese army is more of a cheap army like the Russians, it's still quite a bit. Got quite a bit of export here as well. He could try aging up and get level 2 shipment in. More Anna archers, very nice. Bit of coin, can't get light cannon this age, it's only age 4 unit.
Okay.
And now got the German allies. Spice trade, nobbing research, which will make his food from hunts and other natural resources better. He has only some tomahawks to engage the step riders. Not much inside the town center, a healer and a villager. Town center will start going down. And those Shuko news are just in good numbers, so he's able to get some good damage there. Has a number of 4 sprawls in the field. But at this point in time, he's not really fighting against a whole lot of Mount Heavy. Sure, the Queen Pikemen are, but they're not a massive threat to begin with. It looks like the Iroquois player does back the game now. This is Android saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to the next replay. As I mentioned beforehand, that is my last replay I have available. So everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest. Enjoy.